Dark Horse. So we're on the back side of the album now. We have crossed the divide and things have changed. Dark Horse is going to tell us so much about the folklore of GSM. So this transcends demos. I mean, this was a form we were playing as early as 2018. This one came together at first as a live composition. It was shaped through performance. And I will say, this one was definitely the most challenging of the entire album. This one had the most revisions, and that's not to mention that, you know, the original composition itself is easily 7 or 8 years old. And so because the composition came together in the live setting, we always compared it to the live setting, right? And so the big challenge of production is, how do you make a track that hits as hard as an organic live performance that sets up a perfect climax? And so it was very difficult to set up that perfect climax for this track. And in the process of doing it, we came up with some of the nastiest guitar parts ever. Like straight up, this is like a tapestry of intergalactic mastery. The guitar orchestration is ballistic, and I cannot take all the credit for that. That was Antoine Pellegrin and me going back and forth. You know, when the bass player starts thinking about what the guitar player should do, and then the guitar player adapts what the bass player is thinking, you can imagine on how many levels that is the ultimate formula for mastery. But here's the deeply woven kicker, right? I'm gonna show you guys some of the live cuts of this one, because this one, like I said, has live performances that dated back to 2018. There was an epic tour that GSM did in the United States. So this was this crazy thing. All right, I'll tell you the whole story right here, right now. Get ready for a story, because you really got to understand the layers of Dark Horse. First of all, Dark Horse was originally called Obligatory Sedation. That's what it was called up until like the last second when we released it. Ultimately called it Dark Horse. So I'm going to refer to it back as Obligatory Sedation, and I'm going to show you that melody and how it was crafted live. You'll hear it. I have a lot of people who actually comment on how Obligatory Sedation evolved into Dark Horse, and they heard those key little melodies. The melody has so much attitude, but the deeply woven kicker is that I first played this composition with what we have come to refer to as the American gas station mentality. So there's a Canadian gas station mentality and an American gas station mentality. So on Cyclical Antiquity, Systematically Manufactured, and the first self-titled GSM album is the Canadian gas station. But in 2018, we're in that weird little transition spot, and if you know about anything, you know that you can't cross the border to play music if you're from Canada going in the States. Can't be done, it's not acceptable. But it's fine for me because I'm an American with permanent resident status in Canada. So what do you think happened when there was opportunities to play in New York City? Let's see if we can pull off the ultimate experiment of all time. Let's see if we can learn the gas station music with different people. Gas station mentality. So that's literally exactly what happened. So this first clip I'll show you right now is Obligatory Sedation in 2018 with American Gas Station at the Footlight in New York City. So there's that. So John O. Stewart on bass, Henry Buchanan Vaughn on the drums. Unbelievable icons of the gas station. I mean, this goes as far back as 2018. So these guys are integrally woven in the gas station. We did multiple tours with American gas station and Canadian gas station, obviously. But since Montreal is the headquarters of gas station mentality, all of the production recording stuff we've been doing is obviously Canadian gas station, with the exception of the Deviant Grievances EP. From December 2019. That was American Gas Station. That was me engineering an album. Another ridiculous experiment. It was my first time ever trying to record music. I didn't get into recording music until 2019. Then when 2020 hit, I skyrocketed in composition and production. That's when I went on that like 350 song writing streak, which ultimately gave way to Cyclical Antiquity. All right, you see how all of this weaves together? All right, let's check out another live cut of Sedation. This one's in Portland, Maine. Woo! Those are bangers. That was American Gas Station. And I have to show you, Obligatory Sedation was on the Deviant Grievances EP. It was called Obligatory Deviance. Because I know by now you can start to hear the melody, right? Like, this is gonna make Dark Horse just smash you so much Violently Dead. All right, so check out this, Obligatory Deviance off of the Deviant Grievances EP. Yup. There you go. So you should have it in your ear right now. I think the only logical thing to do is actually just play all of Dark Horse. I just planted the seeds of Sedation into your mind, and now Dark Horse is going to become clear to you. So let's just go listen to the entire thing right here, right now together. This is going to be smashing. I mean, just listen. Here we go. Hear that melody? So much to say, not even going to begin to try. The first thing that jumps in my head, we're actually releasing an arrangement of that and re-releasing this entire track on Spotify like this month. We have an entire video that we've been making. I'll actually sample it. Yeah, we're working on a few different videos actually, which you probably already heard about some of the other ones, because this is all in preparation for the GSM Mastermind, October 4th in Otisfield, Maine. Here we go, here we go. Ticket links are in the description. This is a GSM performance, the pilgrimage. We're playing for all the OG down home legends who have known since the beginning. We've been running this thing over a decade now. First GSM show was in 2014. And the mentality goes back even farther than that, obviously. But GSM is originally based out of Montreal, but it's crossed over into Maine. So it's a Montreal, Maine situation. So that's why we're doing it in Otisfield, because we know we're gonna get people from both. We've already got people coming up from Florida, coming over from the West Coast. I mean, they know, they understand what's actually going on here. GSM Mastermind overnight pilgrimage experience in the beautiful fall foliage of October 4th, Maine. It's gonna be ultimate peaking outdoor rodeo stage. But we also have a barn in case we need to move it inside, but we obviously won't. The Lord himself will smile upon this festival. It's just the most beautiful handcrafted venue. It's only worthy of a true gas station mastermind experience. I'm gonna show you guys all kinds of footage of the venue because I'll be going there in preparation for the concert so you guys can start to see the whole thing. We're talking about 15 acres set aside for this event. Bonfire pits, that's the mastermind part. We're gonna tell you the secrets of the universe and we'll also show them to you in our performance. So you can reserve your spot with the links below. You can get the standard ticket or you can get the ticket with the campsite, which is only 45 bucks right now as of July 30th. But the price is absolutely going up because we have limited space. We have an abundance of space, but it is limited and we're already moving tickets, which doesn't surprise me, but it just tells me, yeah, this is going to be a completely filled to the brim event. Tickets will skyrocket in price. Lock yours in now and I'll see you on October 4th in Otisfield, Maine.